Hey, what is up, my fellow comic book enthusiasts throughout the world and possibly the universe? This is Chris, and of course this is my channel, We Love Comics, and as usual, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to check out one of my videos. And today, like it says in the title, we are going to be talking about the must-haves, some variants, and I got in another one of the CGCs that I ordered and won on eBay. Got such a good deal on it. I'm very happy about it. I will show that at the end of the video. But without further ado, let's show what I got this week in the must-haves and some of the variants. Alright, for those of you who've been watching mine know that I've been following the Wolverines series. This is Wolverines issue number 12. As you could see, these two play a major role in this particular comic. One thing I like about it is there's a lot of action in this particular comic, and at the end there is a guest appearance that kind of takes you by surprise, so I'm very pleasantly surprised about that. And I just noticed, I'm not too happy about that. Look at that big mark. And right there, too. Huh, that kind of sucks. But that's alright, it's not like this is a crucial key issue anyway, so I think I could live with that, but that'll teach me not to pay attention. Alright, I've also been continuing with the Walking Dead series. This is 139 from the Edge of the World. Liking this book, I can't complain, and another nice detailed comic cover. And it's, as you can see, it's basically plain, but it's got some good detail in the background, so that does draw your attention, especially to this character. So for me, another good job with The Walking Dead. A couple of people have been asking me to try and get a little bit more independent books. I don't get independent books very often, but at least I show this one, and probably you'll see the reason why many people got this one. This is Tales from the Creep from Antarctic Press. This is issue number 1. The one thing I like about this is, yes, they're showing a woman and everything, and obviously that's one of the reasons why it attracts people, but I like it because it's classy. You know, it's not something where they're just showing some, you know, woman spread out and all this kind of degrading kind of stuff. This, to me, is kind of classy sex appeal. So I think that's what drew me to it. And plus, you know, you see that it grabs your attention. And it's simple, but it does its job. It makes people want to get the book. So for me, when you have a cover that attracts people to something they may not have even been aware of, you've done a good job. So the artwork in this, just in the cover, is beautiful. So yes, I mean, people say, oh, well, you know, it's just a girl. But, you know, if it was drawn like a stick figure, it wouldn't attract anybody. It looks classy, and it's got great artistic value, in my opinion. So I think it works well. So thought I'd give it a shot. So again, this is Antarctic Press. 30 years they've been in business, and this is issue number 1, so thought I'd give it a try. Alright, this is one of the recommendations from my comic book store. I actually have not had this issue before, but I've heard good things from other people. This is Witches issue 5. I haven't had the opportunity, obviously, to read it yet, so I don't know what it's about. I've never read this book before, but it's another Image I can't say classic, but Image is doing a really good job these days. Speaking of Image, this is something I never thought I would see again in my lifetime. I've never picked up this book before. This is Invincible, but this is issue number 118, and yes, believe it or not, that is the price tag. It says, like it says in the bottom, we really want you to try this comic. That's why it's only 25 cents. There hasn't been a 25-cent book since the early to mid-70s. So for me, I mean, just look at the cover alone. I mean, it's very colorful. It's very detailed. The artwork is kind of cartoonish, which people know that watch my channel is not a major fan, but it's not over-the-top cartoonish, so I can acknowledge it. And it doesn't even matter, in my opinion, what is in this book. For 25 cents, it is definitely worth picking up. So I got basically 4 for $1, so we'll see where it goes. Give it a try. But that is an amazing market ploy for them. That will definitely attract new readers, and if they like what they see, they're going to go for it. All right, here's one that's not new, but definitely, in my opinion, something that people may not be aware of. I had the opportunity to get 4 of these. This is Battle Scars number 1. Now, what is so interesting about this, you may say? Well, this is the first appearance of Agent Coulson from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and from the Avengers movie where he quote-unquote dies. So if you're looking for his first appearance, this is Battle Scars #1. It's a limited series 1 of 6, but this right here is the first appearance of Phil Coulson. And you could see he's become a pretty, I can't say major character, but a definitely known character thanks to the TV show. So I was able to pick these up on eBay for $4 a piece, which includes shipping. So other than this one, where you could see right here, the corner is a little peeled back, just a tiny bit, there's a little dent. Other than that, the other books, they look pretty sharp, so for $4 each, you can't go wrong. But that is definitely a must-have in my opinion, even though it's not a brand new must-have. Speaking of S.H.I.E.L.D., here's some of the variants. This is S.H.I.E.L.D. #1. This is the variant edition. Again, I like the artwork. To me, it stands out, especially in the white background. These colors definitely stand out. And those of you who follow my channel know that I am pretty much in love with the variant versions. I like them because they're a little bit rarer. And you can see it's got a couple of main characters on here. So, especially within a pretty much white background, for it to be this sharp and this clear, I'm very happy about that. Alright, next variant. This actually was, I believe, one of the parts of... no, actually, I think it was one of my eBay purchases where they actually made a mistake and they made it up by sending this book. This is All New Captain America #1, the variant edition. This is the CBLDF variant. Obviously, you could see the new Captain America. Decent cover, not my most favorite, but considering I paid a total of $0 for it, I am definitely not going to complain. And as you could see, they didn't just throw in some, completely used book. This is in near mint condition, so great book. All right, I've been talking about Descender for a while. I am definitely one of those people that is totally into that book. I can't wait for issue #2. I showed a bunch of the variants. There was one more that I was still waiting for. This is one of the variants. I had the black and white sketch version. This is the colored version. It was even this, even though it's not the sketch version, this book is limited to only 1,000 copies. So in the comic book world where they print hundreds of thousands and sometimes millions of issues, that's pretty rare. So as you could see, this is in great condition, and it's been optioned for a movie, and it's got a pretty good concept. It's kind of like Star Wars meets artificial intelligence, so we'll see what happens with it, but definitely when they pick up on movie deals, it's something to look into. So I've been telling people for a while about that book, so that was the last of the variants. Now, this particular book I'm going to show, I got not this one, but I got the same one in a trade, and I ended up picking this up on eBay for a total of $31. And this was the Uncanny X-Men, the variant edition, issue 500. But here's the best part. It's signed by Greg Land, Jay Posner, and Matt Fraction. So for $39, I got a book with 3 signatures, and then I'm going to take it eventually to CBCS and have them verify it. The only problem is it's at $15 for the first signature and $10 for each other. So if it ends up they're fake, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, but I think it was worth the chance because a lot of people get books signed and they just don't have the opportunity or can't afford to have, it verified. So there are plenty of signatures. I mean, I have plenty of books that were never verified, but I know they're genuine, so I'm taking a chance, and we'll see what happens. And if it ends up they are fake, which I don't think they are, I didn't invest thousands of dollars, so it's worth the risk. All right, 2 more to go. This is Star Wars issue #3. This is the 1 in 25 variant for Star Wars #3. The funny thing is, I originally thought when I bought this, I thought it was the Darth Vader 3, but that is not the case. But that's all right. I'm perfectly happy with that because, last but not least, I was fortunate enough, my comic book store held one for me. And I only paid, considering what they're going for right now, I didn't get it, off the shelf, unfortunately, because it was supposed to be on my pull list, but I wasn't listed as it for some reason, so I didn't get them like I was supposed to, and unfortunately they didn't, they couldn't do anything because it wasn't in the computer, but they gave me this for $30. So considering people are paying double that right now, I'm not going to complain about it. So this obviously is Star Wars Darth Vader issue number 3. This is the first appearance of that character. Her name is Afra, I believe it is. This is the 1 in 25 Laraka variant. So for $30, I can't go wrong with it. I mean, I would have loved to have paid cheaper for it, but considering, like I said, people are paying over double for it. And the reason is there are rumors going around saying that this particular character may be one of the characters in the new movies. And if that is the case, this is a book still at those prices worth picking up, in my opinion. So that is it for those. And we got the last book for the day. It's one of the graded books that I got. It took a couple of weeks for this to come in. This book I spent a total of $59 for, which includes shipping and handling. This is Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, issue number 1. And as you could see, tarantula appearance, but let me show beautiful colors in this book. This was back in 1976, where I was a grand total of 5 years old. We got white pages, and I got it at a 9.4. So for $59, including shipping, I don't know if it's a key issue, because it's nothing major that happens, but it is a number 1, and it is back in the 70s. A 9.4 for $59. I'm not going to complain about that, considering I've seen them online at this grade go for $90 to over $100 a piece. So sometimes you just got to luck out, be patient, and sometimes when you're not looking for something, it'll find you. So, as usual, guys, if you appreciate my videos, taking the time to hit the thumbs up button is really appreciated. It shows your support, and I really love when people do that for me. Speaking of which, I also love it when you make the comments, so leave your comments. Tell us what you think about my videos and this particular one, what you loved about the books, what you didn't love, whatever you want, we want to hear from you. And if this is your first time checking out one of our videos, well, technically one of my videos, we want you to hit the old proverbial subscribe button and be a part of this channel, because it's not you, it's not I, it's we love comics. Thanks again. And oh, by the way, tomorrow or Sunday, depending on what I can do, I'm going to be doing a review on Darth Vader issue number 3. So I'm not going to give too much about it, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.